Hello everyone, it's Linny again, and today I'm going to be setting up my September bullet journal spreads. As summer's coming to an end, I wanted something that would motivate me to be more productive than I was in the busy summer months. So I decided on a study cafe theme. More than coffee shop vibes though, I wanted like the thumbnail picture of a lo-fi study playlist vibes, if you know what I mean. So to start, I'm making my cover page. My plan was to make the left quote page a somewhat more detailed drawing to get the theme across, so I kept the right page simple with just a slice of strawberry cake and the mini calendar written in a notebook. On the left, I wanted to draw a girl sitting at a window seat studying, but I suck at drawing people, so I decided to keep one chair empty. Maybe she's taking like a bathroom break or something. And I drew a cat on the other chair to keep her company. I guess I kind of turned it into a cat cafe. Then I drew the objects on the table first, so the notebooks, pencil, drink, and plant, so that I can go around them to fill in the desk color. I also drew a vine of leaves around the window to give it the soft, cozy vibe I wanted. I was originally going to have a more naturey scene outside the windows, but I ended up drawing tall city buildings because one, it was easier to draw, and two, I have a fantasy of being in a city and like being able to walk to a cafe every morning to grab a drink or snack as I study and do work, like the beginning of a cute rom-com, you know? But I realized as I'm looking back at this now, I forgot to draw in the windows on the buildings, so I guess I'll have to go back and do that, because I think I'll like it better that way. But even without the windows, I feel like it's pretty obvious they're buildings. wrote my monthly quote on the right window. It says, "It does not matter how slowly you go, so long as you do not stop." And I think that's a reminder that I need right now and I think fits the theme for the month. So yeah. On the next page, I have my monthly calendar. I just drew little doodles of a cup of tea and a slice of cake next to September. I made the calendar really simple and easy without any extra embellishments or doodles. On the right side, I added something new that I haven't done before, which is a steps tracker. Sometimes it's hard to stick to an exercise routine, especially since it can be kind of time consuming when I'm trying to catch up on other stuff, but I wanted at the very least to make an effort to walk more so that I don't end up with like 300 steps at the end of every weekday, which has happened before. So yeah, I just drew some paw prints under the title to tie it back to the cat cafe I created. And then I numbered the days going down the page with step markers going across at the bottom in increments of 2,000 steps. I think the way I'm going to use this is to draw a leafy vine at the end of each day that goes out to however many steps I got, and maybe write like the exact number of steps next to the vine. But if you wanted to keep it simple, you could also just color in the boxes instead of drawing the vine. But I think it'll look cute that way. After that, we've got my daily spread. I'm first drawing a shelf in the middle of the right page for a little bit of separation so that it doesn't look too boring with all the daily boxes, and also to tie it back to the theme. I've got a bunch of books on the shelves and of course also more plants. I drew 2 succulent pots and I decided to add in a vase with flowers for some variety. On the top left page, I wrote September inside a sign that I tried to make look like a chalkboard sign, because the cute cafes in my mind always have a chalkboard sign, whether that's an open sign or a menu sign outside with little doodles. And then I just filled the rest of the page with boxes for each day of the month. I chose to make them look like sticky notes / pieces of paper to go with the study part of the theme. I also used a light brown marker to draw patterns in a few of them, to make the sticky notes look different from one another. The next page is just a continuation of my daily spread. Instead of a September sign at the top left page, I drew a window this time with a leafy vine around the top. On the bottom right page, I drew a desk with a laptop and some books. I also wanted to draw a cat one more time, so there's a little cat laying underneath the desk. There was some space at the bottom after I laid out the daily boxes, so I drew paw prints going towards the desk where the cat is, as if it walked from a previous page. Then I drew the sticky note boxes for the days the exact same way I did earlier. On to my usual trackers, I made a habit tracker page and a mood tracker page. For the habit trackers, I just made little bound note cards. Because I'll be a vendor at a festival in September, and after that I have to get candles ready for the holiday season, I cut down a lot on the habits I want to create, so I only have 6. They are exercising, drinking water, practicing guitar, and practicing the 3 languages I've been trying to learn for a while now. For the mood tracker, I decided to make each day music notes because I love listening to music when I study, and cafes always have nice music. To make it fit the aesthetic a bit more, I made the music notes come out of a record player. I also decorated the record player with a leafy vine to tie it all together. I kept the key simple with 5 colors for 5 moods that go from extremely happy to pretty happy to neutral to sad to tears. To make the page more colorful and to fill it out a bit more, I drew sparkles around the music notes, and then my camera cut off after, but I also used the different shades of green from the leaves to add little dots along with the sparkles. Lastly, I set up my monthly memories page. I kept it the same as every other month, where I keep the pages mostly blank so that I can print and glue in pictures later. I drew a notebook on the bottom right corner, and I was thinking after I put in all the pictures, I can write a little note inside at the end of the month, so I left it empty. Then I just made a leafy border all around the edges of the 2 pages, and I was done. Thank you so much for joining me again. I really hope you liked this month's spread. Let me know in the comments what your theme is for September. I'm really curious what everyone else decided on. And yeah, that's all I have for today, so I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!